Well, hello there. It's Venezuela again. And let's see, we'll turn that down a little bit. I don't know much. Right. The video production team has informed me that I need to have a different song up there. So I'm playing London Calling with Bruce Springsteen, Steve Van Zandt, Dave Grohl, and Elvis Costello. After that, we're just going to go with the Clash album, Clash the UK. But what we're going to talk about today is ghosts. What? Ghosts. Not the kind to be scared of, though. Well, maybe scared of. But the most important thing is ghosts are brought on by pipe tobacco. And yesterday I did a video on Spinnaker, which has a very cherry flavor, almost Robitussin in a way, like I said yesterday. And it smoked well, smoked dry. I was very impressed with it, actually. And I enjoyed it for what it was. That's the biggest thing, is enjoying it for what pipe tobacco is, and not judging it against something else. Sometimes you just, your aromatic versus the Virginia, there's no comparison as to what they are. You judge them in their own element. Ground chuck is not the same as ribeye, that's for sure, or vice versa. But they both have their values depending on what you want to do with them. So anyway, I don't know if that's a good analogy or not. I'm smoking a 4K Costello that I've had for a long time with a ruby stem. Long story on this pipe, but I take forever to tell you the story on my Costello. But this is the first Costello I ever smoked, and it was in 1977. I got it in 81 on a strange event, and it was lucky. And I've had it ever since. Okay, ghosting. The pipe I smoked yesterday in the Spinnaker was this one, a Meerschaum, which I tend to smoke when I'm thinking a pipe may be ghosting, rather than my Costello or my Savinelli, my 1987 year Savinelli. And the reason is because if it ghosted too much, the flavors will overpower it. And the one I smoked yesterday, Spinnaker, I believe would overpower or really affect Latakia, Virginia, or a vapor. I mean, it's just got that flavor. So, I wouldn't smoke it in a briar. I would smoke it only in a Meerschaum. You're not supposed to build a cake in a Meerschaum. You're supposed to keep the walls thin, and keeping the walls thin, not caked, as you'll see here. No cake builds up in it. I wipe it out, but they do, of course, build a cake in the other pipes. I keep it cut back. Turn that down a little bit. Go into different tracks with the album now with Clash UK. So, anyways, the ghosting will change the flavor of your tobacco. Your Virginias will taste different. Your Latakias will taste different. So, I tend to smoke anything that's going to ghost a pipe, either in a pipe dedicated to pipes I don't care too much about, that if I ghost them it's okay, or Meerschaums. And saying that, though, except in extreme cases, and I think yesterday was an extreme case, I personally want to smoke a Costello, which I'm smoking Balkan Cecchini right now. But there's days I may want to smoke an aromatic, and I want this pipe. I do smoke it that way. And am I saying that being dedicated to pipe would be good? Oh yeah, I'm sure it would be. If you dedicated a pipe to a particular tobacco, the wood would absorb its flavors and oils, and I'm sure it would make a big difference. I just can't get myself to dedicate myself to that way. I want a certain tobacco and a different pipe, and that's what happens. And rather than fight to say, okay, I'm going to force myself to smoke the Savinelli, with a vapor in it, I'm going to smoke the Savinelli with whatever I want in it, as long as I don't feel a little ghosted. Okay? I'm not going to bother anyone to have that happen. Some people look down towards you, but those are way back in the early videos. I talk about that type of thing and those smokers, in my opinion. And everyone's opinion is different. I'm wearing a Harley Davidson hardcore shirt. It's cold here today, so it's a good day for a pipe. Came up with a Cuban cigar today as well. I will be smoking that later. I'm not going to give a review on it, but I am going to smoke that baby. I do smoke cigars as well. But don't ever be afraid to smoke a pipe with different tobaccos in it, but knowing full well that if they're really heavily cased, there may be a possibility of ghosting, and be aware that it will affect the other tobaccos you're going to smoke. So I know for a fact that when I smoked yesterday, Spinnaker will ghost whatever I smoke next, even in that Meerschaum. But I use the Meerschaums for that, like I said, because you're not building a K-cup, so it's not going to mix too badly. You wipe it out, and it doesn't seem to retain. You can smoke other things, and you don't get that heavy ghosting. But anyways, that's all I have for you today. Runners Away with Carlos is we're out of things to say except listen to The Clash, and we could do that for a little bit. We've listened to London Calling, and we had a great time with that. Like I said, my production team had given me some information as to what to play today. So my video production team, thank you. Appreciate it. You guys are all on your toes, and men, women, and children. And you're all doing a great job, and I appreciate that. Thank you for looking out for me and keeping my videos going well. So, anyways, this is Abundance Way with Carlos, smoking my Costello, and we'll be doing that for the next 45 minutes or an hour. And in the meantime, rock and roll. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.